Okay, I'm going to do a little how-to video, how to bind the DXe Spektrum to our Nano QX 3D. And then we're going to find out what happens to the Nano QX. Since I bound this earlier, do we lose that bind? Do we have to rebind? So let's find out. Now here we have the Nano QX. The binding process, very simple. We first plug in the quad, and it's going to go into bind mode. Flashing lights were in bind mode. Come over to the transmitter. While holding down the bind button here on the left shoulder, we then turn on the transmitter. And now they're going to look for each other. And there you go. We have a bind. Now when we hit the throttle, we should see them prop spin. And we have our prop spinning. On this particular model, your throttle cut works. No throttle. High-low rates are controlled by the switch here. These two switches do not apply to this model. This is your mode switch, and it operates all three flight modes. The bind button now becomes your flip button. You press it, move your stick, you'll flip. It also controls your inverted flight. So when you're in flight mode number 2, you press the bind button, hit the stick, and you'll go to inverted flight. So that's your Nano QX. All this is done automatically and by the transmitter with the model. There's no programming necessary. So let's go ahead and unplug this quad. And set that off to the side. Turn the transmitter off. Okay, now let's bring in our Nano QX, which I bound earlier. So we want to find out if we can go back and forth to these two models without having to go through the bind process again. So let's go ahead and turn on the transmitter. We want to wait 5 seconds for it to clear a channel. And I hear my dog barking in the background. You must know I'm taping. Okay, let's plug in our Nano. Plugged in. And we're waiting for a solid blue light, and there we go. We have a solid blue light, and the prop should spin. And there we go. Ooh, take off now. As you can see, the throttle cutoff works. No throttle. High-low rate switch works for this model. Neither of these three switches here work with this model. The bind button now becomes your mode button. As you can see, we have blue light. We're in stability mode. We press the button once, and when we go red light, agility mode. Press it again, and we're back to stability mode. And as you can see, we're now able to fly both models. We don't have to go through the binding process again, and we can go back and forth between the two. That makes it pretty simple. Hope this helps.